oaths, and their iniquities will I remember no more. And that he said, the new covenant, he hath made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. You see? Because he gon' look, MASHAYACH gonna take 1,000 years showing us the Most High. We ain't gonna have to know the Most High. Everybody gonna know the Most High. Like you said, from the least to the greatest. What I'm telling you right now is we rehearsing the righteous acts. We need to be trying to our best of our ability to know the Most High. Because in the end, like I showed you previously, he gonna be all in all. Not us. We don't even know if we gonna be there or not. But he gonna be there, and he gonna be all in all. It's all about him. Well, I say praise the Most High. Y'all can say praise. Y'all got the nerve to say all praises. Man, y'all need to stop it. All praises to who? You got people that believe all kind of ways, man. All praise that everybody, whoever they believe in, they could just praise them, right? No. All praise to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who I'm gonna praise. He said that's his name forever, the memorial to all generations. Exodus 3:15-16. That's who I'm gonna praise. Y'all better recognize, man. I digress. Go back to Deuteronomy 4th chapter. Verse 9. He said, only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and we did, and lest they depart from thy heart, from your mind, all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons, right? So, he said, especially the day that thou stoodest before the Most High thy power in Horeb, when the Most High said unto me, gather me the people together. Moses, gather the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children, right? So the first thing he said was what? Bring the people together so we could do what? Fear the Most High. Bring all the people together that we may what? Fear the Most High. That's why Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 says what? That's why I'm telling y'all, before repentance. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. First thing he says what? Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Fear me, to be afraid, to be scared of him. And to be afraid and be scared of him, you're going to highly respect him and do what he says to do. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. He said, fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. But how can you fear the Most High and do what he say do, which is his commandments, when you don't know him? Or you can create it your own Most High in your own mind and doing what you want to do. Well, he said, lean not on thine own understanding, and many are deceived by their own vain opinion. And an evil suspicion, which the devil has made them make the wrong judgment. It's overthrown their judgment. You make the wrong decision in life, and you're going to have to pay for it. So look, well, here it is. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. You don't see me, people. He going to get you real good. Whether it be good, only thing that's good is the Most High. And his laws, statute, commandments, that's the only thing that's good. Or whether it be evil, it be evil. You do what's wrong, then you got to pay. We all got to pay if we don't do what's good. So you better know what's good so you can do what's right. It's powerful. But you know, when he said, He told them, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children, right? And so he said, and ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire like a volcano eruption unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. See? And the Most High spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude, didn't see nobody. Only ye heard a voice, right? So, this is very, very important. Because we heard the voice. Go back to one time I know when this happened. When he gave us the 10 Commandments in Exodus the 20th chapter, and look what happened. In Exodus 20th chapter, Moses gave us the 10 Commandments, right? The 10 Commandments are based upon how we love the Most High and how we love each other as the Israelites. You know, how we love the Most High with all our heart, mind, and soul, and strength, and how we love thy neighbor as thyself. That's what all the commandments are based upon, how we serve the Most High and love the Most High, and how we serve each other and love each other. That's what the commandments are based upon. So now, once he gave us the 10 Commandments, verse 18 says what? Of Exodus 20th chapter, and all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. As he just said, you see how it coincides with what's being said already. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. They moved away from the mountain. Let me get away from here. And they said unto Moses, what they say? Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not the Most High speak with us, lest we die. You think that ain't fear? You think they wasn't scared in saying that? And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for the Most High has come to prove you, and that his fear, and that his fear, and that his fear, being afraid, being scared as they were, they ran away from that mountain. And that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. See, the Most High, he got to do certain things to us. Because we stiff-necked, hard-hearted, rebellious, all these things. And then some. So he know how to get our attention. He knew who he chose. And the people stood afar off. They went around that mountain no more. They got away from that mountain. And Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where the Most High was. See, a lot of people are afraid of darkness. The Most High dwell in darkness. It was darkness before it was light, wasn't it? He made the light from darkness. And the Most High said unto Moses, thus, thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods or idols of silver, neither shall ye make unto you idols of gold. And this is what an altar of earth shalt thou make unto me, and shall sacrifice thereon by burnt offerings, and by thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thy oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. You see? So this is an altar of earth that he told us to build, where we have here in America, the largest pyramid is, I believe, in Mississippi. Where you have what we call Ouachita, which is called the mound builders. This is the same law that they were given, that they go by in building those mines and sacrificing right here in the Americas. Like I say, they're called mound builders. Doug the Manya. the Wachita. Same exact scripture that they go by while they built these mounds. It's just Israel went off. We went off. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings and thy peace offerings. These are things that a lot of Israelites don't know. You know, thy sheep and thy oxen in all places where I record my name. See, all 12 tribes are here, hearing these laws in the wilderness. And really was all together. We were all together until Solomon did what he did. And then once he died, that's when the separation came. With Jeroboam being, you know, the Ephraimite that was over the northern tribes, and Rehoboam, Solomon's son, being under the southern tribes. That's when the split came. So from this time, getting the laws until then, so we knew the laws. So when they traveled, they still came with their custom. That's why even when we went to, ran into Africa, if I might share with you, from a book called Babylon the Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. When you go to page, I believe it's page 90, he writes, the black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes. They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them. So it's no different than looking at our people getting these customs. All of us, no matter how you look at it, or the northern tribes or southern tribes, we're wicked. You got 1/3 of our people that are not wicked, that continue to know what this law said concerning building these mounds and sacrificing on these mounds. We carried our culture, our history, laws, and written records with them. This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization. Because of, let me write that down. Because I'm saying that we are a nation. Somebody write organization for me, please. I can't find a pen right now. Because we call ourselves group, community, organization. The water. Just remember that. I want to remember that. Club and everything you can think of. But we a nation of people. We the nation of the 12 tribes of Israel. A higher social organization, right? Because of the stability of the black Jew culture, the Jews were not observed into the autochthonous population, whatever that word means, AUTOCHTHONOUS, population. In fact, the Jews observed some of the native tribes. So some of the Hamite tribes, or the so-called African tribes, came amongst us. The Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people. So when they came and got us for captivity under the transatlantic slave trade, they didn't come get no dummies. Listen to what it says. In the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agricultural, etc., etc. So you see, just like when we went there, we had these skills. We had these skills. You see, Most High gave us embroidered. We had clothes with embroidery on it. When you look at the pyramids, you see what? You see something look like a jet. What do you know about that? They can't even build pyramids. Something look like a blimp. something looked like a helicopter and a submarine. Right there, carved into the pyramids in Egypt. Had electricity, running water and so forth, all of that. We knew all of that. This is something that's primitive to us. We the chosen people of the Most High. Look at all the inventions that we invented. I did a lesson on that. The inventions that we invented, you see. So when we look at everything that we have invented, all the way down to the minute doorknob. Come on now. I just seen a 14-year-old girl have her own shoes. Got her own shoes coming out. 14 years old. Tell me that we're not chosen people of the Most High. Flavor, I mean, we the salt of the earth. So this is the same thing when I go into a book by called The Ancient Ones by Return of the Ancient Ones, The True History Uncovered of the Wachita Dugdamanya Empire by Empress Verdiasi, or the Black Wachita Empire. It said the state of Louisiana was originally stolen and illegally sold as the Louisiana Purchase. The land is the stolen property of the ancient Black Wachita Empire. The Ancient Ones, the Wachita file right here. So you see all this right here? Most people don't know nothing about this. They don't have no clue. This has the records of the Louisiana Purchase that we own, from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to Canada. Look up the Louisiana Purchase. This is what we own as Wachita. And have a seat in the United Nations that's vacant. But the thing about it is, it was too many infiltrations of ideas and not really realizing that, you know, from her perspective that we are the 12 tribes of Israel. You see what I'm saying? Because you had all these different religions and doctrines and people that believe this way, that way, whatever. You know, we did a leaders conference at the LA convention in 2005. I'm gonna see if I can find it to upload it so that you can see that it's a lot of things that was, you know, missing, that when, you know, we're able to meet her son, Fred, that we was able to bring to light as far as dealing with we being the Israelites and them being, you know, their custom was like the Israelites. Reason why I'm saying is because what I'm reading here is exactly what she wrote in the book. But this is to Israelites. You see what I'm saying? But until you be taught, you might not be able to put all this together as, you know, when we know what these scriptures are saying, or it's important to know what the scriptures say, so when you see something, oh yeah, that's what the scripture says. But Columbus logs is in here, and it tell you, when Columbus came to the shores of Central America, he found a black king that did not come to him. Now, I went over this with you guys, you brothers and sisters. So, it's right here. You know, maps of Columbus, because she went into the Library of Congress because she was mayor of Monroe, Louisiana. See, they're not talking about her, though. And the king name was Guancanagari, Guacanagari, would not go to meet the ships, but resolutely insisted that Columbus come to his village. Eventually, on December 23rd, Columbus and a large party of Spaniards did pay him a visit. All of the Indians returned with the Christians to the village. See, they came as Christians, which Columbus affirms to be the largest and most and best arranged with streets than any other of those passed through and found up to that time. You hear that? You see what we were. So here it is, we applying what we were right here in this land of America. The owners of this land of America. Streets that he had never seen before. So beautiful until that time. Finally, the khaki came to them, and the whole town, more than 2,000 persons, gathered in the plaza, which was very well kept. This king was very courteous to the people from the ships, and each of the common people brought them something to eat and drink. Afterward, the king gave to each one some of the pieces of cotton cloth that the women wear, and parrots for the admiral, and certain pieces of gold. The common people also gave the sailors some of the same pieces of cloth, and other things from their houses, for small things that the Spaniards gave them, which from the way they received them seemed to be esteemed as sacred relics. You see, so this is what you see here. She said, no red man bowed to Columbus when he reached these shores. That was a great, big, white, historical lie. He saw black men first. They wined and dined a hungry Columbus and his crew and gave them gifts and food to return with. It is a true saying, if you arm a snake in your bosom and feed him, that snake will surely bite you in return. Take the Columbus lesson in your bosom and learn it well. A snake is a snake, regardless to the breed, color, or kind. She was cold, wasn't she? So, I mean, here it is, right? I got the pictures. There it is right there. That's his logs. I mean, it's right here. Here go the village that he found, you know? Better than anything they had that he had ever seen in Europe. So, and this is what they did. Only they went off. Like you look at that movie, Apocalypto, and you see they went off. They went off, so what they say the ship's coming. When the ships, remember they had the brother, you know, biting on the, they took the hog heart out and all that. No, he took a hog balls and made him eat them, talking about this aphrodisiac. We some cold-blooded people, man. I mean, and we were sacrificing, they said it was sacrificing people, adults first. Then they started sacrificing children. And that's what we did. That's what we did, y'all. It's just no secret. Look, the Most High said, you wonder why we went through going through all the things we went through? Because the Most High said, hey, this is what we did, man. And they showed it in that movie. Psalms 106 and 35 said, but were mingled among the heathen, Psalms 106 and 35, and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Now they coming from Assyrian captivity all those years they was in dealing with the Assyrians, and they already dealt with the Egyptians, you see. Coming to Egypt, and you hear them complaining. That's that 2/3, man, of our people, man, just murmuring against the Most High, provoking the Most High to anger, as it is this day. And they serve their idols, because all the gods of the nations are idols, Psalms 96 and 5, which were a snare to them, Psalms 106, 36. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own inventions. This ain't something new. We always done this. Therefore was the wrath of the Most High kindled against his people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, is so much that he abhorred, he hated us in his own inheritance. And he gave them into the hand of the heathen. That's why you see them ships come at the end. Or that movie Apocalypto. You see all the wickedness that they've done, knowing the truth and looking at what they've done in that movie. That's against the Most High's laws. Whereas they made these mounds initially to do what it's going to say we're supposed to do on these mounds, the mound builders. But they went off. Therefore was the wrath of the Most High kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen. Here come the white man to the shores to take you down. And he told us he's going to do this. And they